Hello, so today I'm going to be putting a system back on my head, and I'm also going to be talking about the stigma of hair systems. So one thing that I didn't realize really was a huge thing until I got into hair systems was the huge stigma behind it. So to give you a bit of an example, what do you know about hair systems? Or dare I say, what do you know about toupees? Yeah, that word cuts deep for some people. So, toupees have a bad connotation because people think of them and they picture a bad hair system. Truth is though, and this is kind of the shitty thing for hair systems, is when they look good, you don't see them. They're invisible. When they look good, it's just hair. So for every bad hair system that you've seen on TV, how many do you think you just glazed right on by? Didn't even realize they were hair systems. I'll give you a hint. Probably most of your favorite actors on most of your favorite movies. You'd be surprised. Hair loss affects about 85% of guys. So, do the math there. You really think everybody on TV has a perfect head of hair? Come on. So anyways, the stigma behind it is enhanced even more so because of the fact that every single hair system salon for the past 50 years has been super underground, super discreet. I'm talking like no signage on the building, nothing to indicate what goes on there, nothing like that. Like you'd think you'd think of some sort of shady business. Truth is, they're doing it out of discretion, which is fair, except they're really painting a horrible image to their clients, don't you think? Like if you're looking at a hair system and you're thinking about doing it and you're on the fence about it, and then your stylist or your supplier of the hair system is hiding everything like it's a big secret, nobody wants to know. And like that kind of just makes it even worse. It makes you feel like it's something that you should hide, that you can't tell anybody about, that once you get a hair system, it's a secret, nobody can know. But how are you supposed to go through life like that? Like if you're making a decision to affect your looks overall, then you want to make a decision that you're not going to feel weird about, that you're going to feel like you have to hide. So hair systems don't need to be hidden like that anymore. It's okay for a girl to go and buy extensions, then she goes, hangs out with her friends and brags all about her extensions that she just spent all this money on. That's perfectly fine. She just wants to look good. There's nothing wrong with that guy who goes to the gym and spends 5 hours there every single night and lifts like crazy and eats and follows this crazy strict diet so he can, look good. So what's the shame in someone taking a little bit of time out of their day to maintain their hair system so that when they walk out the door, they feel like they look good? Don't get me wrong, a lot of guys look great with a bald head, but not all of them want to do that, Some of them didn't care about styling their hair and how it looked when they were young, and then they started balding early, and then they never got the chance to play with it, There's absolutely nothing, not one thing wrong with wearing a hair system. There's nothing you need to be ashamed of, and there's nothing that you need to hide. If you choose to keep it secret, then that's you, That's 100% your choice. But overall, the stigma doesn't need to be there. And the funny thing about it is when you wear a hair system for a while and you start to be around people and you start to get comfortable and it comes up and you talk about it, you'd be surprised the reaction from people. I remember when it first started happening to me and I first started talking about it to people, and especially because I had it on Instagram and everything, I was anxious that people were going to make fun of me. But truth be told, everyone I've told, whether it's close family that has a lot of rapport with me that could easily take a jab at me and it would be okay, to people who I would have expected to make fun of me, everybody that I've shown, everybody that I've talked to about is more fascinated and amazed with the fact that it's even a hair system. Some of them have worked with me or been around me for a long time and never realized it was a hair system. But now they know, and now they're intrigued because they're like, holy shit, like how many other ones are there out there? Truthfully, there's quite a few. But we're shifting that stigma. We're shifting that hide stigma, that stigma where we feel like it's got to be hidden and, you know, super secretive. And, you know, you can choose to follow me and do the same thing, or you can choose to do it your own way, and that's you, you know, like I said. But anyways, the stigma's got to end. So I'm going to start putting this guy on. First thing I'm going to do is clean the scalp with a little bit of alcohol. That'll make sure that I get the best bond possible because it'll get rid of excess sweat and oil on my head. Next, I use a little bit of the Walker Max Hold Sport. This prep just cuts down on sweating, itchiness, and prolongs the hold that you get. After that, I have my hair system all ready to go. I've put the tape on it, so we're ready to install. So I'm interested in hearing from some of the people watching here. Like, I know a lot of the people watching don't have hair systems or haven't tried them yet, and I know that a lot of the people watching do. So I'm curious, if you don't mind telling me, what has your experience been like with people finding out about your hair system? Either they found out by accident somehow, or you told them, or whatever. Like, what are some stories about your reactions from people? I'm interested in hearing them, because my findings are people are, surprisingly enough, a lot nicer than I expected. I'm definitely not complaining about that. The world does better with nicer people in it, but I'm just like, I was kind of surprised by that, to be honest. I thought that I'd hear a little bit of BS from people, but I didn't, so that was nice. I'm interested in hearing like how everything went with you the first time you told people. You know, did they know that it was coming, or did you just kind of surprise them with it and be like, surprise, I got hair now, what's up? Or, you know, did they plan with it? I know with a lot of my clients, they'll bring their wife or their girlfriend or their significant other with them to their system consult, because then, and that's a great idea, I think, because then they get to learn it, and they also get to have someone with them who also learns it. So it's like, you know, a sponge for all the information that I got to throw at them during the consultation. So this here is just about ready. That tape is real good. I like to start by putting the center back right down on the back of the bald area. Then, using even pressure, I roll the system forward while putting it down on the sides where it needs to be and pulling the hairline into place. This does take a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it yourself, no trouble. Just keep trying. Alright, so that is on. This was just blow dried in my hand before it was ever on my head, so it's probably a mess, but I'm going to style it up quick, just that way I know it looks good. I'm going to go do a quick inspection on it, make sure she's all good. I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back. As you can see, I blow dried it and styled it a little bit better so it looks, you know, a little bit better instead of just dried on it so kind of loosely. So anyways, now it's nice. I'm liking it. Got it on there on my own and it all went smooth. That's how easy it can be. Takes a little bit of practice, but that's how easy it can be. But yeah, I'm happy that you came by and listened to my TED Talk today. We talked about hair systems. We talked about the stigma of hair systems. We talked about, I talked about how I haven't had any bad interactions with people about the hair system yet. Closest thing I've had is YouTube comments because, well, I mean, it's YouTube. And the thing with YouTube comments is you can't really take those too serious because these are people who have absolutely nothing to do So they're sitting at home on YouTube and they're actually so bored that they're scrolling in the hair system section. It's not relevant to them. They don't care because the only thing that they can think to do is comment about how, you know, what they think about hair systems. And it's like, you know, any of the people that I want to surround myself with and associate with are not commenting on people's YouTubes, making fun of random people on the internet. They're just above that, and I really don't mind saying that. The people who are doing that kind of thing are way, they're even lower than, they're way the fuck down there. So I can really give two shits what they say, and if that is the only negative people that I encounter with my hair system, then that's pretty fucking sweet, because honestly I can post a video of me doing absolutely nothing related to hair systems. It's just me doing something completely normal, and there would be people commenting stupid shit on that. So it's like, it's that same little group of people. So yeah, in my opinion, the stigma on hair systems does not need to be there. We have moved on, we are beyond that, and the future is bright. So yeah, I hope that helps kind of like present it to you in a way that you maybe don't feel so anxious, you know, the way that they've been marketed in the past and the way that the stigma's been withheld. When you're first looking into it, there's a lot of anxiety and there's a lot of like, you know, kind of weird feelings about it, because everything that you've heard in the media and that you've heard people talk about hair systems or toupees has not been great. And now you're seeing these amazing videos on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and everywhere else where people are getting these crazy transformations and everybody thinks it's magic. I've literally posted pictures of myself before and after of me, myself, and I have been accused that it's two different people. So that's pretty sweet. And that's why you don't hear about good hair systems, because the good ones, people just think it's hair. You know, that person saw that picture of me, the before and after, and thought it was another person. So yeah, I don't think that they're too bad, and I think that you'll enjoy them. And I think if you follow me and you subscribe and like and any of that jazz, then I think you'll get some good information, and you'll be a lot more informed when it comes time to make your decision on whether you want to try a hair system or not. But thank you for watching. I'm Backwoods Barber, and I'll see you again. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and all of that fun jazz. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up soon.